this is the season. This is the season pine that I've already split, and I've been here probably a year. It may be older than that. I don't know. I don't really remember. Anyway, I'm burning this kind of as an experiment. I have to really stay on top of it because it makes a mess in the chimney. But I like the if I can manage the mess that it creates in the chimney. I have a chimney sweep, but I've got all this pine that needs to be cut down, and it's a waste to just burn it outside to get rid of it. And hauling it away is too much work because I don't have equipment for it. So this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna heat my house with what I got, and then we're gonna replant some better trees for the future. So for now, this time of year, it's not. So I'm telling you this, I've only been doing this for a week, but I could completely change my mind after I realized that no matter how much you dry pine, it still makes a mess, or a really bad mess. So we'll see. But I'm going to take this up to the house and then we'll see how far down this gets, but that stack's getting full. I'm splitting more. I'm going to need to put it somewhere. So either on top of this or on a new stack somewhere. And these are Holzhausens. I think it's a German word, but see, I don't really like that. I'm not sure the Germans came up with this, but I like this method of stacking because I've tried a whole bunch of different things. And the nice thing about this is it doesn't require anything to be built. It's self-supporting, and it gives you space inside the center, which this is all just piled in there. But some pieces are hard to stack, so it gives you a place to put those, and then you use the good pieces for the outside. So I'm a big fan. As you can see, I've got quite a few here. But my goal is to get this yard cleaned up and hopefully prepare kind of more of a condensed processing area to not have such a mess of wood to be split all over the yard or split wood all over the yard. Anyway, I want things looking neater. So this is my attempt. So this is going to go to the house. All that load, and then we'll start splitting some more. I found to clean up these trees that I cut down, I was having to mostly process it. I'd have to cut it small enough to be able to pick it up by hand. And then they were just sitting around. I was trying to burn them up like this, and I could do that, I guess, but it seems like it's such a waste to just burn it up outside. So I'm attempting to probably over process it. I'm cutting it really, or splitting it very small, fine pieces. And I guess that's just to be able to use the pine to get kind of as a starter fuel for other fires. But I'm not going to not burn anything outside. I just want to see how this goes with the really dry stuff. And I mean, either way, if I'm burning with wood, I've got to source it and process it. So source it, haul it, process it, and this is saving me from having to source it and source it. It's already here. We just have to cut it down and split it up. So in that sense, it's saving me a little bit of effort where I would normally want to have fires anyway to heat, just because I enjoy it. It's not, I can't recommend it to anybody for any reason other than if you enjoy it, because doesn't really make financial sense. It's a waste of time. You can see a lot of time is put into managing all this. But I like the exercise, and yeah, I think that's beneficial. Something I've thought about recently is just trying to do more. I've always kind of been this way, but like, you can sit at your desk for so long, and then it's just, I think it's a good thing to build in your day a certain amount of physical activity. You know, they've said that for years for fitness, but like, there's something, there's an appeal to me with like aerobic exercise, like running or cycling, but even just manual labor of certain kinds, like splitting wood. This isn't that strenuous because I'm using a hydraulic splitter, but I do enjoy splitting it by hand with a maul. But I just have so much, that's not feasible for me to, I barely have enough time to do it with this machine. So, you know, maybe when I'm retired, I could shift doing things more manually. Anyway, it's a delicate balance between time available, what you want to do, tools you have to be able to get it done. So what I'm doing now, I may not do a year from now, or I may not do in 10 years, or I may do more in that amount of time. That's part of life. You just balance that. So anyway, in the spirit of balance, this past week, even though the days are shorter, it gets darker earlier, I've been trying to quit working at my desk at a decent time, to be able to have about an hour of daylight to do something physical. Sometimes I work into the dark with a headlamp or whatever, but at least giving myself some daylight allows me to get that extra exercise and then enjoyment every day. I just think that's the kind of life I just like it. I think it's something that I want to do every day, and this is the time of year to do this kind of work. It's not too hot, not freezing cold, so it's ideal. So hopefully doing a little bit every day will get stuff done. I thought earlier this week about how there's a lot of value in not finishing. You know, sometimes I don't want to start something because I know I can't finish it, but if you just start it and you continue it, it'll eventually get done. You just have to continue it. So I want to be better about that, and more cognizant of getting stuff done every day. So we'll see what we can get done. Can I start it from this side, do you think? Honda Easy Start, here we go.
How long now have I been here? How long will I stay? Got a little more work to do before I'm on my way. Tying all of my loose ends, still got debt to pay. Picking up the pieces before I'm on my way. Before I'm on my way. Before I'm on my way. Before I get there, before I show up, before I'm somewhere, before I grow up, I'll be here taking in the rain now till I'm ready to go. When my time comes along to move on, then I'll already know. And I remind myself as I walk across the land that the less I overstep means the more I understand. Before I get there, before I show up, before I'm somewhere, before I grow up, I'll be here taking in right now till I'm ready to go. When my time comes along to move on, then I already know. I'll be here taking in right now till I'm ready to go. When my time comes along to move on, then I already know. Till I'm ready to go.
All right. We can keep going on the stack that I started at. I guess I'll take at least one more load into the basement. This all is, you can kind of see about down to there is all from a, that's not true. Some of this is more seasoned, but what I am splitting now is all freshly fallen, and gosh, it's a mess. That's why nobody likes pine, because of the sap. Dealing with it. But that's what I got. It's gonna get gone. So I wonder what I would save. I mean, our heating bill is basically nothing because in the winter the only thing I'm heating is water with natural gas and the stove and the oven. Use that, but there's no heat. Very little of our heat is from natural gas. I might be lazy sometimes and turn on the heat just to have it run. I should probably do that actually this year. Just to maintain the system. So a cord of wood is a stack that's I think it's 4 by 4 by 8 feet. This is approximately 6 inches in diameter. We'll go up, I don't know, 5, maybe 6 feet. Probably 5 feet. So area of the cylinder is what? Pi r squared times the height. That would be the volume of this cylinder. Pi r squared is 3.14 times the radius, which is 3. Pi r squared, radius is 3, 3 squared is 9, so 3.14 times 9 equals 28.26 times whatever height we go, so times 5, let's say. So that's 141 cubic feet. So what did I say, 4 by 4 by 8 is 128. So I would say that this ends up being about a cord of wood for each stack, because 4 by 4 by 8 I think is a cord, and that's 128, and the full volume of this is 141, and you're losing some because of the space between the pieces. So we'll call it a cord, 6 feet across, 5 feet high. It's approximate. I'm not selling it to anybody, so I wouldn't do that like that, but in any case they'd probably be winning because it would be a little more than a cord if I did. No one's going to buy pine anyway. I'm just try and keep track for my own measure, so I know how much I have stored, how much I have burned this year. And by the looks of it, I don't know, probably burned a quarter of a cord in a week. Only burning during the day? That's probably not right. I don't know how high that was. Anyway, we'll keep track of it. I just want to see how much faster pine burns. The good thing is, it does burn faster because it's not that cold yet. It's nice to burn pine in the morning, knock the chill off the house, and then have it go out by lunchtime and not continue to heat. And if you get a really hot fire, you get that firebox really hot, you know, it'll put off heat for hours after it finishes burning, just because it's radiating heat from that metal firebox. So sunlight fading, so I'm going to get the blower out and blow things off, and then come back to this, let the sun go down on me while I finish that. So for now, let's call it quits.